Hey, this is Joe Hafner at Breakthrough Basketball. Core strength is crucial to the movements you make in any direction on the court. Because of this, it is essential to strengthen your core for basketball since you're in constant motion on the court. An increase in core strength will allow you to run faster, jump higher, and simply be stronger than your opponent at the end of the game. Today, athletic performance coach Cody Roberts is going to take you through 7 exercises that will strengthen your core and make you a more effective athlete out on the court. Let's get started.
With all this training, we have to continue to think about the transfer that it has to the court and developing a basketball player. The core is the midline. It is the center of everything we do, and if there's an energy leak from the ground to the upper body as it relates to what our arms are doing or what we're doing with the basketball, it ultimately establishes that control and that balance that we need to move, to maintain position, okay, and really influence what you do as a player and an athlete. Core strength is ultimately going to help you jump higher, move faster, be able to get that rebound, be able to, fourth quarter, make that three-pointer to win the game. As Hannah sets up in this half-kneeling position, anti-rotation is kind of what this exercise is categorized as, where she is resisting any sort of rotation. As I pull on the band, she's resisting any sort of movement. And this is what sprinting and running is resisting that rotation that the pelvis wants to do, but you're continuing to maintain and work in a straight line. So these exercises will help with speed, agility, change of direction, stopping and restarting, redirecting in any sort of movement. Our entry point exercises for our bracing and our torso strength is going to start with just basically front planks and side planks. Nick's going to demonstrate that. He's going to be head here, body in a straight line, starts from the shoulders down, bracing the ground. We're actually going to go from our elbows, pushing our shoulder blades apart, bracing that core like he's receiving a punch, as well as engaging the glutes. He's breathing, but he's really staying tight and resisting any sort of motion. Okay, so this is what bracing is, and this is a position we're going to train. We're going to hold it for 30 to maybe 90 seconds as we progress. But bracing is our first position in the front plank. This progresses further into a side plank exercise. He's going to come from one elbow, stack his shoulders on top of each other, bring his neck in line. Very good with his hand on his hip. Hips are extended. He's engaging here with the ribs, resisting any sort of movement, being as stable and strong as he can. Okay, this is our side plank exercise that, again, we're going to focus on just holding 20, 40, 60, maybe up to 90 seconds, progressing, okay, as you're able, always making sure that you're in a solid and stable position. Being able to brace and hold both our hip position as well as our rib cage down is really going to be a good example of core strength and stability. So we'll use our hollow hold as an example for that, as Nick demonstrates. He's going to lay down and really make sure he has his low back in contact with the ground. He's going to lift his shoulder blades and bend his knees to start, really helping him set himself up at an advantage first. And then as he develops his strength and develops his control, he extends his legs out more and extends his arms, but he's still maintaining this position and maintaining low back contact. So if I can slide my hand under his back, then he needs to reset, bring his knees in, continue to breathe, okay, because he's breathing at the same time he's bracing. So he's developing competency and control here in this position, and then as he gets stronger and as we add more time, we're going to increase his capacity and challenge him further. But this is our hollow hold, and that's how we would progress it. Further advancing our planking and our bracing, Hannah's going to get down into a front plank position, engaging the ground with her elbows, shoulder blades pushed apart and up to the ceiling, bracing that abdominal wall like she's receiving a punch. And she's going to really engage her hips now because she's going to alternate hip extension. Right foot's up, left foot's up, engaging, all the while maintaining position here. And she's not worried about how high the leg comes, only enough to where she finds and feels that hip. Bracing, controlling, not only the rotation, but also the stability through that exercise. Great job, Hannah. Always focus on quality with this. If things start to get sloppy and she's losing position, the best thing to do is to rest, restart, and always promote good quality reps and good quality positions. The next exercise we want to talk about is our side plank with leg abduction. It's going to be a very challenging exercise. We're going to continue to focus on technique and quality. Shoulders are stacked directly on top of that elbow. Head to heels is in a straight line. And she's going to focus on raising the heel and engaging the hip. So side plank setup is first, engaging this hip, raising a straight leg, back into the side. Really challenging each rep. So if this isn't happening, then we're going to drop to the knee, bend this leg, okay? Get our hip up, and then try it there and see if we can work from that position. Good, much better control, much better engagement. And then as we get competent and strong here for 10 to 20 reps, then we can go back up from the foot. So again, adapt to the athlete and make sure that you're promoting good technical exercises and not just doing things because that's the exercise on the sheet. This is an example of our anti-rotation where we're stabilizing but then also being dynamic. This is a chop. Hannah's left knee is going to be down on the ground in our half kneeling position. Knee, hip, and shoulder are all in line. Toe is tucked. We got a 90-degree angle, knee stacked right over top of the ankle. Setup is always vitally important with any exercise. Shoulder width grip, and from here she's engaged with the hip and just chopping down and across that front leg, okay? Breathing and bracing simultaneously. Bracing doesn't mean holding your breath. It means stabilizing as well as breathing and moving, just as you will on the court. Our half kneeling lift is going to be another really good exercise. That's kind of our next step from the chop, okay? So our lift is going to be inside knee is down. So Hannah's right knee is down. She's got a shoulder width grip. Shoulder, hip, and knee are in line on that right side. Her right toe should be tucked, engaged into the ground like she's sprinting or running. Okay, that's going to allow her to engage that hip and keep that rib down. She's keeping tension on the band, moving it up in front of her chest and down. So this is our half kneeling lift. Great job.
As Cody Roberts demonstrated, your core establishes the control and the balance that you need to run faster, jump higher, and be quicker. It really influences what you can do on the court as a basketball player and ultimately will make you more effective on the court. Make sure you incorporate core exercises like these into your strength and conditioning workouts 1 to 2 times per week. For a free workout, just click on the link below or in the description. Also, please click the like button below and let us know if there are other topics you want us to cover for you. Thanks for watching.